Guys, so I'm going to give you a foolproof way to start your first business and make at least $5,000 a month within a 3 to 6 month time period. This is a plan that you can do at the same time as working a job, being in school, or even working on another business. It has a 0% chance of failure, meaning if you follow these steps, you will reliably get yourself self-employed and then have a baseline that you can build future companies and revenue streams based on. Guys, so this video, I'm going to discuss, in my experience, what is the best way to get a reliable business and basically build out a revenue stream of at least $5,000 a month for yourself without any question, any confusion, any product market fit issues or otherwise, okay? So the easiest way for people to make money, let's say you don't have an audience, you don't have any sort of skill set or professional network build up, is in the B2B space. The B2B space means high ticket products, things like marketing services, software development, sales, etc., selling software and services between businesses. Why this is the best space to get into as an early stage entrepreneur is because it requires no capital to start. Most other business types, dropshipping, e-commerce, building a B2C mobile app, are gonna require a significant investment of capital to get anywhere in the first place. You're not gonna be able to do that, or you will be able to not do that with a B2B product. Basically, I'm gonna run you guys through sort of a 3 to 6 month period of about 4 or 5 steps that you're going to take that will get you to this $5,000 a month period. I want you to think about this more so as buying and earning your own freedom rather than necessarily what your ultimate goal is, because maybe you want to get to $1 million a year, 2 billion, 10 million. You've got to start somewhere, and you have to bring in enough capital that you can buy back your time and be free, not have to work for anybody else. So we're starting with the B2B niche, okay? The first thing you're going to do is figure out what skill set you need to chase, what skill you need to sell to other businesses, okay? And we're going to divide this into 3 separate categories, okay? One is going to be marketing, basically doing Google ads, running some type of marketing platform. It could also be a CRM. You're basically helping companies with some type of marketing tech. It involves copyright and creativity. Option number 2 is going to be sales, meaning you're going to either be reaching out to companies via email, emailing them, calling them, and you're running sort of a sales program for them to help them close money. Option number 3 is going to be creative, meaning you do design, websites, or even software if that's a skill set you have, okay? If you have no skill set, you don't know graphic design, you could probably actually learn it and do it pretty quickly and easily with Canva and some of the AI tools. So that doesn't even really completely rule out that option, but I digress, okay? So once you've chosen one of these paths, you're going to pick sort of one task within that niche that you can sell a low ticket entry level offer on, okay? I'll walk through it for each of the 3 types, and then we can kind of, change it out from there. So if you're doing marketing, you're going to choose from Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram content, Twitter content, LinkedIn content. Please just pick whatever platform you're most familiar with. If you don't know how to do Google ads, it's not worth learning a course over at this point early in the game. If you're somebody who's doing Twitch streaming, you're doing gaming, you're in that type of field, stick with something that's largely related to that, okay? That would be putting you in the creative path, okay? Let's say you've done WordPress websites. That's very easy. If you're a visual person, you could figure out WordPress pretty easily, but if you haven't done it before, I probably wouldn't do it. Same deal with Canva. A lot of people do school projects, PowerPoints. That could make you a graphic designer. So if you have that experience in school, that's really where you should go from, kind of rock to the next level. So my kind of secondary version on top of this, which is going to be ideal for most of you masculine, kind of go-getters out there, is to do sales. So if you're just a person in your life, you're the class clown, you're somebody who makes other people happy, you get laid a lot, you're probably going to want to go down the sales path. It's the easiest, and it's going to be quick money, okay? But you have to be extremely convincing, okay? If you're not an extroverted person, you don't have a lot of friends, don't go with the sales path. It's not going to work out for you, okay? You got to be able to talk. So if you're a good talker, people would say you're a good talker, you go down that sales path, okay? So now you have the area of focus, the area of B2B focus, and you have the specific skill or activity that you're going to produce. Question number 3 is, how do you get that first client, okay? At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a completely foolproof, free, no work way to get the first client for your business model, but I'm going to tell you how to do it on your own first of all, because I don't want to overpitch myself, okay? So number 3, the sort of third step in this process, this could all happen in 1 week, these first 3 steps, is to start reaching out proactively to businesses. If you're in a city like New York, Los Angeles, Miami, you're going to go to meetups.com, okay? And you're going to search for different business networking events in your area, okay? Some of them are going to be AI, some of them are going to be finance, real estate, whatever the first one you find, that is going to be your niche, okay? And you're going to get your first few clients just going to this networking event, okay? That's probably the best way to do it, but I understand some of you are in India, you're all the way, you're around the world, you're in an area where there's not a ton of business B2B networking events, okay? If that is not the case, you're going to choose the social media platform that you are most familiar with. And do not choose email because it's too hard. It's too difficult in 2024 to get clients over email. If you're just starting, you're not going to be good at it. Completely ignore that for the time being. Instead, choose a social media platform that you're familiar with, Instagram, Twitter, generally the one that has the most amount of followers for you, the most amount of content where it looks like it's a real profile. You're going to pick that and you're basically going to search for businesses, okay? You need an affinity category, okay? This is similar to the niche with the networking events, but you're going to need to find a sort of category that you're already interested in and what businesses are related to that. Let's say you're into gaming, you can search gaming agencies on Google and find like the types of different businesses that are that. Then you get some more keywords and you plug it into Instagram or Twitter and you look for people who have that in their profile. Example would be gaming studio founder, etc. Okay? You're then going to reach out to them, okay? Cold, you're going to comment the shit out of them. You're going to basically be a crazy stalker of them and sort of like all their stuff. Get their attention as aggressively as possible. In your message, you are going to say, hey, blank, I know I'm into XYZ niche just like you. Really admire what you're doing as an early stage 18, 19-year-old entrepreneur. Would love to get involved and help you with skill. I think I can produce outcome. Now, I realize you have no results at this point, okay? In step 3, you've not produced results yet. So you're going to need to send a fair bit of these messages. If English is not your first language, it's going to be tough to write a really compelling message. I'm going to drop in our Discord server for members, people volunteering with us, a specific template that you can use. I'm also going to give you variations, ways to use it. If you do become a member with us on the Discord, I'll drop the link below. We are also going to be able to look at your messages, and after you select and go through the different steps, Kate, who's an associate with me, will give you the actual template that you can use in the process, okay? But so you do this, you're going to hit numbers, okay? 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 a day. You want to spend more time on it, not less time. More time customizing. The numbers will work out that you will get a meeting from it, okay? The second piece of step 3 is you need to have a Calendly, okay? This is a $20 piece of software. I'll sponsor it for you if you help us with our company. That's my offer out there to all One Network members. You're going to need a Calendly. It makes you look professional. It's a pro Zoom account. If you don't have this, it's going to be a pay. You're going to lose potential leads in that bottleneck. So I'm also going to share a template to set up that Calendly. So after they respond with interest, boom, you blast them with the Calendly. They get on your Google Calendar, okay? And then you're going to jump into step 4, which is pitching them on your service. You are not going to charge any of these clients, 0 of them, in step 4, okay? Instead, you are going to basically get on the call with them, learn as much about them as possible, about their business, be curious, act like a podcast host, watch my podcast, steal some of my templates. It's the One Network podcast on Spotify, and we'll also link it in the description, boom. But you're going to basically offer to do whatever it is that you selected in steps 1 and 2 for free, okay? And no one can, unless you're super ugly and you're just a really weird person. And even if in that case, it's very unlikely that a small business owner who's probably already struggling and doesn't want to pay another freelancer or marketing agency, they're going to let you do it for free, okay? Now, it's very important that you say this at the end of it. If I do well for this, will you refer me to someone or pay me? And then you get the idea of what outcome you need to have. This creates certainty for you as an entrepreneur that you will be able to buy your freedom if you work hard enough, okay? So you're gonna lock that down, boom, now you're gonna get to work for them, okay? Now we get into step 5, which is the actual outcome of the process, building out the marketing funnel, the content, etc. for them. I'm gonna put out a Miro kind of board, which gives you different types of things that you could sell, websites, etc. Exactly how much to price it for. There is a market system for pricing of different commodities in the small business world, and there are prices that work, based on who you are, and there are prices that don't work. I'm going to give you a grid based on your background, your age, your educational requirements, and how much to charge. You're going to charge less, so it's going to guarantee that they come in, okay? But, the question is, how do you actually get that results for the client in step 5 so that you can then offer them for the pricing, okay? In terms of these different skill sets, sales, building a website, doing marketing copy, social media, you are going to have to figure out how to do this completely on your own. Meaning, you're not going to be able to have results for your clients if you have to read a course, okay? Critical thinking is the most important skill as an entrepreneur. If you have a company, you're into video games, they're a video game studio, you being a smart and reasonable person should be able to come up with what you need to do for them on social media. Record a video talking to the camera, right? On topic related to that. You've got to be able to research and build out that template. Let's say you're a sales guy, okay? And you're going to be calling companies. You got to figure out what you're going to say in that pitch, okay? I'm going to give some playbooks as a starting base, okay? But you guys really need to figure this out on your own. And through that period of learning and try to figure out, hey, I got this business owner who's got money. How do I make them happy? Once you figure that out, you've figured out the secret to business and being sustainably self-employed as an entrepreneur, okay? We'll do some videos in the next series on the different niches, the different hustles, what you can do with those. But if you're more interested in getting started immediately, we have the actual client connections to give you directly. If you sign up for the One Network, you come into our program, you will be able to get the connections from our late stage server. We have entrepreneurs that are looking to sponsor entrepreneur early stage people and get them involved in pro bono work. These are people that can make or break your career. They can give you a testimonial. They can pump you on social media. Some of them are podcast guests with us with hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of dollars, okay? I can hook you up with these people through our connections if you join our program. Now, am I pitching a high ticket course? Do I want you to take a loan out for this? No. What I want you to do is a Tate-style clipping system. You're going to do basically pro bono work as a volunteer for the One Network. It's going to help you gain experience, and in return, you're going to gain access to the coaching and the setup for the first system. If you are not a person that works very much, you are not going to be a fit for this program, okay? There is not a real situation where you can be lazy and win in business. I've just never seen it. Before you get into the system, make sure that you have the willingness and the availability to work, and if you don't, then find out how to get to that point. Watch more videos of mine, watch the motivational videos, watch me party at the club, get jealous, get intense, and once you find that motivation to work, you can start going. Thanks, guys. Check us out, onenetventures.com.